Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'll tell you, it's great to be back in Wisconsin. I am happy to be back here, and I'll tell you why I'm here. First and foremost, I'm here because Mary Pat and I consider Scott and Tonette friends. We got together well over a year and a half ago, and we came here twice to Wisconsin to campaign with them and to talk about what we were trying to do in New Jersey and what we believed in our hearts that Scott would be able to do for all of you in Wisconsin if you gave him the chance. And not only do we agree politically, and we do, but also we're parents of teenagers, the four of us. There is extraordinary empathy when you are the parents of teenagers, and I will tell you today, I come unaccompanied by any members of the Christie family, although it was a fight. Because my 16-year-old daughter, Sarah, she likes the Walker Boys. And this morning, she was making a compelling argument for why she could make the difference to put Scott Walker over the top on June 5th. But any of you who are or have been parents of 16-year-old girls know she didn't really care about Scott Walker. So she's home in school today safely. An all-girls school, safely. And so I bring greetings from Sarah to the Walker family. And from Mary Pat and everybody else in New Jersey, I will tell you, yeah, New Jersey went through this battle and is going through this battle. We started a little bit earlier than you all did here in Wisconsin. I got elected in 2009. And you heard some of the things Scott said. Let me tell you what things were like in New Jersey in 2009. In the year 2009, just in that year, we lost 117,000 private sector jobs. In the year 2009, we had just ended 8 years of Democratic rule where they had raised taxes and fees at the state level 115 times in 8 years. We had just ended a decade where property taxes in New Jersey had risen 70% in 10 years. We inherited a state budget that was 7 months into the year, that was $2 billion in debt, so bad that in my first week as governor, the state treasurer told me if I didn't immediately, in the next 4 weeks, cut $2 billion in spending, that we would not meet payroll for the second pay period in March. And then we turned around to our next budget year, and we cut that $2 billion, by the way, and we didn't raise taxes on the people in New Jersey. I got a 2-week break and then had to put together my budget for the next fiscal year, which had an $11 billion budget deficit on a $29 billion budget. That's the shape the Democrats and John Corzine left New Jersey in. Scott Walker confronted very much the same problems from Governor Doyle and the Democrats in Madison. And what do we do in New Jersey? We balanced that budget. We balanced that $11 billion budget deficit, again without raising taxes, twice vetoed income tax increases passed by my Democratic legislature, passed our budget, balanced it for the last 2 years in a row, and now this year, New Jersey is going to cut income taxes by July 1st. We've already cut business taxes on our overburdened companies in New Jersey and small businesses. We passed a $2.3 billion business tax cut being phased in over the 4 years of my governorship. How were we able to do this when I walked in the door with a $2 billion budget deficit in the first short year and an $11 billion in the next one? Because we treated the people of New Jersey like adults. We told them the truth. We told them that they had dug a hole, their government had put them in that hole, and the only way to fix our state was to help each other climb out of that hole. It was going to be hard. Everyone was going to have to sacrifice. Everyone was going to be called to the table to sacrifice. But I promised them this: if we sacrificed together, we would benefit together. So this year, they sacrificed for 2 years. Now in year 3, everyone will get a tax cut in the state of New Jersey. That's the way things should work. I tell you this story not to brag on ourselves. I tell you this story to show you what next year is going to look like if you do the right thing on June 5th. See, what I've been able to do is to give Scott and the people of Wisconsin a little preview of what good conservative governance can do for a state that's been wrecked by liberal governance for too long. New Jersey is giving a preview for Wisconsin as to the good things that can happen when you stand up for the people of your state and stand against the special interests who have owned these state capitals for much too long. Well, let me tell you, New Jersey's had an interesting reputation over the years. I was the federal prosecutor there for 7 years before I became governor, and we put away 130 politicians, Republicans and Democrats, in 7 years on corruption charges. Now, this was at the same time. No, don't preview anything now. This is at the same time that we, in popular culture around America, were known for things like The Sopranos and The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and God forbid, the Jersey Shore. But let me remind all you people, good people from Wisconsin, I come with one message you need to remember for me. Everything else is for Walker. But for me, just remember this: Snooki and the situation are from New York, not from New Jersey. They parachute them into New Jersey. They try to make the good people of Wisconsin believe that that's what New Jersey looks like. I swear to you, it isn't. And I will tell you this, because of what we've done over the last 2 years, New Jersey now spends more time being talked about on the Sunday talk shows than the late night talk shows. New Jersey spends more time being talked about on the evening news than on the Daily Show or the Colbert Report. We are now standing up for the principle that if conservative values can work in New Jersey, conservative values can work in Wisconsin, and in every other corner of America, we got to stand up for them. So there's one other reason. There's one other reason I'm here, besides the fact that Scott and Tonette are friends. The other reason is this. For the next 5 weeks, Wisconsin is going to be the center of the American political universe. All the eyes of America for the next 5 weeks are going to be on the state of Wisconsin. For the next 5 weeks, America is going to find out the answer to what is more powerful, the people or the moneyed special interests from Washington, D.C. Wisconsin will answer that question. People are going to find out over the next 5 weeks, is common sense going to rule out over special interests? Wisconsin will answer that question. Over the next 5 weeks, the people of America are going to want to know, do you stand behind courageous leaders who stand for their principles, or do you walk away from them? Wisconsin's going to answer that question for America. And when you answer that question the right way, and you keep Scott Walker in the State House in Madison, believe me, it's going to change America, everybody.